rappers. If I send the dressers, they gon' come in straight.
What it is, it's your boys, Deuce, Teddy, and LaQuil, reporting with the facts, opinions, and BS straight from the top of the key. What's good?
What's up, fellas?
No, we
Back.
chilling.
Happy Friday.
Yeah.
It's not a happy Friday.
Man, what happened now?
Ain't no NBA basketball today.
Okay.
At this time of the year, we gotta go days without games. Like, man.
Well, just a day for right now. But you know what I enjoy is it's easing you into the inevitable summer. When there's 0 games, unless you're gonna be watching training camps and summer leagues.
Yeah. They getting to where it's down there year round. Once they start getting them rookies, they start the way they hype the rookies up in the summer league and leading into the NBA game. It's getting there.
Yeah. Definitely.
What we got for today, fellas?
Come on, sad man. Eeyore.
Talk about this last game. The Heat and the Celtics. They do it again. Y'all called it. Celtics.
Hold on. I don't know the
No, he said the Celtics was gonna win game 5.
You said 6 they gonna lose. That's what you said.
Yeah.
I said
he should win at home.
Yeah, no.
Then I also said this might be the one. This might be the first time.
You did say that. Yeah. I remember now.
Yeah, if they don't finish it off tomorrow, then I ain't going back to the Garden.
Well, Jimmy was talking.
What Jimmy say?
If you ain't heard Jamie after the game, we will go back home. We will close this game out at home. We will end this series. We will win this series. Okay, Jimmy.
I heard him say something. It was like we gotta come out from the beginning and give it more energy. That's what I heard him say, like something like that. Okay, but yeah.
The Celtics just out. The Celtics are playing like how the Heat played in the first 2 games.
Yeah, they playing. They touching everything. They going everywhere.
They hustling hard. They playing hard.
But I think what you see is what we expected, like what the league expected, what the team like. This is how everyone projected. You know, not necessarily had to be a blowout, but. How you seen them play? That's what people coming into the series, especially if you nix the struggles that the Celtics went through in the other series, right? If this was round 1, this is what you would expect. But
I think we expected the Celtics not necessarily to win with ease, but since they such a more skilled team,
they are the better team.
That their skill would show up, but they not winning because they more skilled these last 2 games necessarily. They winning because they're playing way harder.
But are you sure? Are you sure this isn't their skill showing? I mean, because how does skill show on the court? This could be the skill.
Their 3-point percentage has gone up tremendously in the last
skill.
game. But they just been playing harder.
Yeah,
all 4 quarters. Like the game starts off tied up in the.
But I guarantee you this: I can play as hard as I can. If I don't have the skill in shooting the damn 3-pointer, it don't matter.
Yeah, you're talking about the number 2 3-point shooting team in the NBA all year. They shot the most. The only team that shot more and made more are the Warriors. So if you have the number, they get up 45 a night. So it is characteristic for them to shoot a bunch of threes and make a bunch of threes.
Yeah.
That's what had them at the number 2 seed all year. Now, the beginning of this series, they ran Jaylen Brown off a lot of threes. He wasn't able to just get them off. They wasn't playing Grant Williams as much, who's been great shooting the 3. Malcolm Brogdon, who's the 6th man of the year, has been on clamps. They had to figure out how to get those other 15 points elsewhere. So the first couple of games making adjustments, Malcolm Brogdon hasn't played well since, but Derek White has stepped up. Al Horford has
24
found his shot. Grant Williams has found his shot. So whereas y'all have been moving a certain way all year with Malcolm Brogdon being y'all 6th man and all these other things, y'all still played a certain way. So y'all just had to figure out where to get those other threes from the drop, and y'all have.
Yeah.
Because Derek White and Grant Williams look like what's his name? Vincent and Duncan and And Strus looked the first couple games away. They've been just dropping threes the last 2 games.
Just striking. But the other thing you got to factor in too is you just saw a Jimmy Butler regular season game. That's what you just saw. You just saw a Bam Adebayo. This is what you saw from Bam Adebayo. 16, 8, 3, 2, and 1. That's something that you know what I'm saying, you marvel at if Zubac give you something like that potentially. Not the second best player on the team. And already knew that the Heat was in trouble when Vincent went out.
Yeah, because Gabe Vincent is actually like the deciding factor right now.
Because Gabe Vincent is the epitome of an X factor. He doesn't have a name, doesn't have a reputation to fall back on, right? So when you looking around the court, you like, all right, I ain't worried about that. And time after time after time again, that man knock down them buckets, make them hustle plays. So it's like,
it's because without Gabe Vincent, Jimmy Butler is your only shot creator. He's the only one you can throw the ball to. He's gonna get his own shot. Strus got to come off a pick. Duncan got to come off a pick. Kyle Lowry got to bump into a bunch of people to get there. Adebayo one-on-one, he is what he is. You know what I'm saying? But Gabe Vincent can stretch your defense out because he can knock the three off the dribble.
Yeah.
Even Jimmy not a good off the dribble 3-point shooter. So when Gabe Vincent is stretching your defense and you're not expecting him to go out there and pull this three and come off the pick and pull this three and in transition on the fast break, not going in for the layup, but pulling up for the jumper. Now, when Jimmy get the ball over here, you ain't just got to worry about Strus running off picks. It's easy to guard when you know once he catch it, if he ain't immediately going up, he limited in what he can do now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, he didn't get the three right off. Oh, I can play defense straight up on him. On Gabe, he might hit you, step back, boom. Now he still got the two.
Buzzer
so now
beater.
You gotta, he still got offense that you ain't just gotta wait on Jimmy to create. Or like they tried to do last game, throw the ball to Adebayo in the first 5 minutes so he can try to get something going. Bro, you're not really a creator.
Yeah.
You scores. So even Caleb looked like he's a creator. Off the dribble, he can go get himself a bucket. But everybody on that team that's playing 35 minutes can't do that.
So to look at this box score, right, and to see that nobody on the team had double-digit rebounds, nobody on their team had double-digit assists, nobody on their team had 20 or more points. If you don't get any of that, you're not winning the game, especially when the other team has a person that gets you double-digit rebounds, a double-digit assist, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 players give you 20 points, like Brother Teddy said. You're going to lose them games. So I hear you, Jimmy Buckets. I feel you. But I also understand you were due for a bad game. You had one, but you actually due for back-to-back bad games. That's what I expect, to be honest.
Got more bodies to throw at you than y'all got to throw at they players.
Exactly. But answer this. How many players go through the playoffs, right, and run through the playoffs, and you don't even recall them having a bad game? It ain't too many. Everybody having off game, and that's what we just seen from. Exactly. This is what we just seen from Jimmy Buckets, and I think we're gonna see the same thing next game, especially if this is what you get from Bam Adebayo and you have no Gabe Vincent. I don't see how you make it happen because Teddy gave the Celtics credit as being the better skilled team. They are overall the better team, right?
Their bench is better, yeah.
And they have more depth.
No Gabe because Vincent, even you can just close your defense up like this.
Look at this. Even on the bench, they only got 12 points, 15 points off their bench. They got 1 assist, 2 assists off their bench, and one of them came in garbage time minutes, and then 9 rebounds off their bench. I imagine we can definitely get better games coming off their bench. You definitely can get better games. Now you ask yourself, is Caleb Martin going to go out there and give you another 14? Potentially. Yeah. Is Highsmith going to go out there and give you another 15? I don't know.
The Celtics struggle with creating point guard creators. The Celtics, as good of a point guard defender as Marcus Smart is, Trae Young going to get off. Steph Curry going to get off. Gabe Vincent gonna get off.
But I'm saying,
You're good
can
at
these
guarding
pieces though? Can these
so,
pieces go out? Can Highsmith go out there and get you another 15?
Now without Gabe Vincent,
I
this
don't
gonna go
know.
back to 7. This
I
gonna
don't
go
know.
back to ball, bro. I
Because
said it.
Because look, when you in that game, that weight is on you now. If you don't win that game, you going back.
You got to go back to Boston, bro.
Bro,
I don't care how good your home court is in Miami. It ain't Boston.
What's that, TD Gardens?
Yeah, it ain't Boston. The old Boston, it ain't Boston. I don't care how much tradition you got in Miami.
New England?
It ain't Boston, bro. It ain't the Garden. It ain't none. It ain't how it's gonna sound in Miami. It's not how it's gonna sound in that green place. It ain't gonna sound the same. If y'all can't hit threes and beat them in Miami, Jimmy, you're gonna have to come a whole different type of Jordan, whatever they call you, whatever. You're gonna have to become a whole different type of monster to beat them in Boston Game 7. Especially if they didn't came back from 3-0 and they in a house.
So what are you calling for Game 6 then?
I call, if no Gabe Vincent, it's no problem.
Marcus Smart ain't gotta work. He's supposed to come back.
But what is he gonna be off for ankle injury? That's what I'm saying.
That was a legit ankle sprain.
Marcus Smart has been obsolete the first couple of games. Marcus Smart been obsolete. You know why?
23 last game.
He when Gabe Vincent's on the floor, Marcus Smart has to be a defender.
5 steals.
Now you got only Jimmy Butler handling the ball, and they had Caleb Martin handling the ball, and Kyle Lowry. He was ripping Kyle Lowry like he was, he was eating on them.
He was looking like you in your prime, Teddy, out there just stealing that ball.
He was eating.
Looking like Quail post-surgery, you know what I'm saying, out there stealing that ball.
Yeah, so when you got a person that can now, he ain't doing what he got to do against. He wasn't doing it on Trey. He don't do that on Steph. He don't do that on Gabe. You got to, now Butler can go come off some picks and go get the ball instead of having to be a creator. Now Caleb can just do what he do, run wild and run free. They ain't got to handle the ball. And Kyle Lowry can go just be Kyle Lowry off the bench instead of trying to. He look old out there sometimes.
Kyle Lowry?
Bro, he look old. Marcus Smart stole his ball. I don't think he made it to the 3-point line by the time Marcus. He did because he ran him down and pushed him out of bounds. But that was the old man, fat man foul. I know because I know, bro. I know what it is. Bro.
Speaking from experience,
it is what it is, bro.
So you call it no Gabe Vincent. You saying that the ball.
It depends on what you get from Gabe. If you get a regular go out there and he attacking them. Now they ain't just waiting on Strus.
At this point, man, I'm going Celtics. I'm going Celtics either way because Gabe Vincent not going to be 100%. I know for a fact.
But you also know Jason Tatum be having those games too. Now elimination games, he been hooping, but
because he only gave you 21. Now he gave him the triple double: 21, 8 rebounds, 11 assists.
And the 2 games before that, he had double doubles in both of those.
So look, I'm going
Boston,
but
I'm going Boston. He might give you 15, and Jaylen Brown might give you 15
in the fourth quarter of that game. Was it last game he scored his first points or the game before? It was the game before, but that's when he went off for that's when he went off for 30 something and he snapped. So yeah, that fourth quarter drop, it's over with.
We'll see.
So what you calling?
I think Boston too.
Nah. Jimmy Butler said what he said. Like one man show. It's gonna be a doozy.
I hope Jimmy Butler's hype hasn't gone to his head. Because I feel like him saying that is based off of the Jimmy Butler, the playoff Butler. I know what I can do. But at the same time, it's like, okay, are you really that good to say it? And then go beat Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
Jimmy Butler cut from a different cloth. Like Jimmy Butler has that grit, that grind, that heart. So I feel like he's speaking from a place like that. That's why he didn't mess with the Timberwolves because they were soft, right? Or some of the players were soft, whatever he said. I feel like Jimmy Butler is saying, I recognize what's at stake. We have to close out in game 6. That's what we're going to do. That's where his mindset is. So I'm not going to doubt where his mind is going into the game. What I doubt is the ability to actually.
That's what I'm saying. Can you really do that? Like, if he really said that and then he go do that.
If there's one person though left in the playoffs If there's one person that's left in the playoffs that can say that and then go do it,
it's
Jimmy Butler.
It's Jokic.
Jokic, bro. I'm about to say Jokic and JT.
If I'm saying
Jokic
if
and
it's one
JT got a
player,
lot
Jokic
more
don't
like
talk like that.
talent, though.
Jokic don't talk like that. If it's one person that's gonna say something like that and then go back it up,
neither one of them.
I don't know because the way Jamal Murray was playing and how he was talking in the last series, I don't know.
Neither one of them can beat. Neither one of them beat Nuggets though.
It don't matter. We ain't talking about the Nuggets right now. We talking about between Game 6 closing out.
So you got
I'm going with the Heat.
You got the Celtics.
I got Celtics.
I got the Celtics. And if the Celtics win this one, as y'all keep hearing me say the Celtics, I'm going to go ahead and welcome y'all back through that arch, boy. St. Louis Celtics, my guys. My guys. So stop playing with me.
If they don't close out, then this is going to be the first time a team come back from 0-3.
150 and 1. 150 times and 1.
This will be the first time because
they're
not winning.
If any team can do it, it is this Celtics team because they are genuinely the better team.
It's this matchup. Yeah, this matchup.
Imagine if they had MA coaching. So.
And it's the only if they beat this, it's only to be the second time that they pushed that in all of these games that they even went to a game 7. I mean, the third time that it only even got 0-3, a 3-0 lead got pushed to a game 7. So they making a lot of history. And I think if they beat them, because
JT steady making history as a Celtic, which is crazy because the Celtics got some numbers.
They got a lot of shooting over there, and I don't see Strus being quick enough to get out. Duncan Robinson ain't quick. They ain't been quick enough to get out the last 2 games, bro. They been looking like they even got a 6-man on the court shooting open.
The way I seen Jaylen Brown catch that body last game, I said, "Oh yeah,
he been MIA too."
Yep. So. We got our predictions in. They locked. Ain't no reneging. Okay. With that being said, who do you think would actually be the better matchup for the Nuggets?
Obviously, the Celtics.
Obviously, the Celtics.
Hold on, but you got a lot of faith in the Heat. And the Heat has shown round after round after round that we are to be respected.
I got faith in matchups, right?
Yeah.
I got faith in matchups. I got faith that Bam Adebayo could pose a better defensive threat than Jokic. I mean, to Jokic than Al Horford and Robert.
You think he'd be better than Robert?
But the thing is, because Robert, I'm just going Bam because Bam, you don't have to give up anything on the offensive end. When you leave Bam out there. When you put Robert out there, he's only a lob threat. He's not really a scoring threat. So in order to score from that 5th position, you got to put somebody else in there or get more from somebody else. You can just leave Bam out there to play defense and to play offense and to kind of do a lot. With Robert, now you got Al Horford on somebody that's way more athletic than him, way younger than him, shooting threes, or he guarding Jokic. Either one of the two, they got to switch on Aaron Gordon or Michael Porter Jr.
But look.
And that's not good.
You seen that 2 big lineup go against Embiid.
But Embiid ain't Jokic, bro.
Embiid ain't Jokic because he ain't looking to share the ball. But offensively, his offensive repertoire.
But the thing, Jokic weapons, Jokic offensive repertoire is also Michael Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So
because of his passing ability.
You add that he got that.
Embiid might have the 3, but my passing ability gives me 2 more 3-points. Give me, you know what I'm saying? I got more weapons than you. I'm going to give you my 20. I'm going to account for 60 points. Because now your 3-pointer, I can hit the 3 too, but I can make the pass for the 3 too. That's an extra weapon of mine. Like that's an extra gift.
But the other side to Embiid is Embiid will target you and be throwing his body everywhere, and he's going to get you in foul trouble.
He's gonna get you
really like that. Jokic's not really like that.
But
now I know what you said.
Embiid's team, the threat of Jokic is the people that's around him too.
Yeah.
Embiid's team ain't Jokic's team.
So who you going with then?
Jamal Murray, I'm gonna count on him. I'm gonna go with the Celtics, but I'm taking Nuggets to win it all. Nuggets is winning it all. Nuggets is winning it all, bro.
Why do you think the Nuggets gonna win it all?
Marcus Smart has trouble with scoring guards. Jamal Murray gonna sauce Dawson, have him sitting on the bench with a bunch of fives.
Sauce Dawson, toss him, huh?
Yeah, Jaylen Brown, it has to guard.
You ain't worried about Jaylen Brown got to guard.
He got to guard run around players, Michael Porter Jr. or Caldwell Pope.
Look, okay.
You got an old man in the 3 and Robert Williams guarding athletic ass Aaron Gordon, and in the MVP of the playoffs right now.
You talking shit. Okay, Teddy, what about you?
And on the other end, I feel like Jaylen Brown can get guarded by Caldwell Pope pretty well. And I feel Michael Porter Jr. going to at least stay in front, or Aaron Gordon, or Bruce Brown, or they got bodies over there now.
They could switch. It's not going to kill them.
Switch. So who you going with, Teddy? Because he disrespectful right now.
I'm going with the Nuggets.
No. I'm saying who you going is the more suitable matchup. So that way we get something interesting. Because last round for the Nuggets was not interesting. Other than only interesting part about that was LeBron getting swept.
Yeah.
Well, you like Miami's defense. If Miami's defense is at 100%, meaning the same guys that have been playing throughout the playoffs, Miami's defense will be nice against the Nuggets. They hustle play and being able to disrupt what the Nuggets got going on. But actually be nice. The reason we say the Celtics is because offensively, the Celtics got more firepower than the Miami Heat. But defensively wise, it would be more fun to watch the Miami Heat go against the Nuggets and see what they could do with it. But as far as matchup, if I had to pick one team, I'm going to still go with the Celtics.
Celtics, okay. Okay, in between them, who you think gonna win?
The Nuggets.
Nuggets, why?
Because they got Jokic who's on the tear right now in this playoffs. That's the only answer you need.
They got Luka supersized, huh? Okay. All right. So for me, I'm going with the Celtics. And I'm gonna be real with you. Offensively, the Celtics got the one up on the Heat. Defensively, the Celtics got the one up on the Heat. Normally, for some reason, they struggling. I don't know what it is. I was trying to read this article that was put out. Malcolm Brogdon did an interview. He said our woes go back to the first round. And I'm trying to read into it, but it's trying to make me subscribe and do some more stuff. I wasn't finna do that. I ain't know who I was supporting. So I wasn't finna do it. But so it's something going on in that locker room. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna find out when their journey comes to an end. We're gonna find out what the hell they got going on. But when I'm looking at that, Michael Porter, we talked about this like 3-4 episodes ago. Michael Porter ain't fucking with JT.
Bruh.
JT finna do that.
He gonna do his thing.
JT finna do that. You talk about Aaron Gordon? You talk about Aaron Gordon? I'm not worried about Aaron Gordon. He didn't do shit versus the Lakers. And he had nobody to guard.
Versus LeBron and versus having to guard LeBron. He can rest on Al.
You think he gonna rest on JT? JT running the 4.
That's fine. Michael Porter and him, they long enough to cause problems. They long enough and athletic enough to cause problems to them boys.
They
can help each other out.
They can help. Look, you damn right. They can help each other.
And the Celtics will settle for jump shots.
And then you talk about JB.
The Celtics will settle for shooting over
they don't
6'11".
have answers.
They got better answers for JB than Jason Tatum. I mean, yeah, Jason Tatum gonna go off, but they got better answers.
They have no answers.
I'm okay with Aaron Gordon guarding Jason Tatum. I'm okay with athletic ass Aaron Gordon because JT don't settle for step back threes.
Look, we're gonna talk after game 1 because they making it to the final. We're gonna talk after game 1. I don't like your level of disrespect.
Don't
Aaron Gordon gonna JT gonna settle for step back threes.
You're not gonna disrespect.
You're not gonna disrespect Jimmy Butler.
He from the city. We not gonna do that.
We don't know.
We don't even know JT gonna get there.
He gonna get his. JT gonna get his, but
that's not enough.
That ain't gonna be Plus, you got to generate a lot of offense. You got to score a lot of points to negate
everything that Jason Tatum do.
Because they don't take a lot of shots.
Jokic's gonna match. He gonna match whatever JT do.
You can't turn the ball over because they don't turn the ball over a lot. They got a bunch of people that handle the ball.
The Nuggets don't.
They got everybody on their starting 5 can handle the ball. They ain't got nobody that don't handle the ball.
Watch.
So Marcus Smart gonna have his work cut out.
And the Celtics, the St. Louis Celtics ain't been up to par these playoffs.
And the
That's
thing with
true.
Robert
So
Williams,
that's the only
that's the scary part. The Nuggets have been on fire.
That's the only reason you can count against the Celtics.
Have been struggling.
If the Celtics had not had this horrible run, these struggles, you would feel comfortable going with the Celtics. I'm telling you.
Well,
but just like you said,
shoot themselves out the gym.
Hold on, just like you said, they got answers. Look, if Marcus Smart struggling with him, Marcus Smart, go guard Caldwell Pope. Hey, Derek White, you go get him. Okay, okay, JB, you go get him.
He gonna cook him.
We finna see, bro. We finna see.
This is Jamal. You think you cook him? Are we talking about Jokic having a great playoffs?
Jamal Murray been giving you 35, 37, he could have won that
MVP.
Right.
That MVP, I was just looking.
Who they play around one?
Like, I don't know who they played around. They was number 1 seed, so they played the 8 play-in team. Who won the play-in?
The Pelicans.
Was it the Thunder?
Yeah,
no, not the Pelicans. Not the Pelicans. The damn Timberwolves.
Yeah, they beat the Timberwolves.
They didn't sweep them.
Listen, all this non-defense Jokic plays, he seemed to do very well against any scoring big he goes against.
He didn't win against no scoring big. I mean, AD.
Be honest, at the end of the year, and B didn't want to see him.
Well, that was in
Cat
one
had
game,
a great first game or two. Cat had the first game or two. Then he smacked him up. AD
fumbled.
gave you 40 and got an MVP. So, and then Robert Williams and Al Horford ain't none of them.
Well, we not talking about defense. Defensively, he ain't do a great job versus AD. The AD did give you 40. He had better games
and
than AD.
night he had the triple-double, but at the end of every game, Jokic had a block or two that saved them games.
He had a win. So no, I'm just saying when we just zero in on defense, when you zero in on defense, he gave you 40 and some. So
listen,
he gave you
Anthony
35,
Davis gave
10,
you 48
and 12 or something,
desperation.
But listen to what I said.
That was a
zero
desperation
in on defense. You can't talk about what somebody did on the other end of the court when we talking about defense.
But even in that 40, what was his? He shot like 20 free throws. In that 40, you was like 9 for 21. You didn't shoot a great. You had a struggling. But in that 40, you shot 40 times. Like you shot a bunch of free throws that helped save the game. But you was getting, bruh. No, listen, Jokic. I feel like, and then they don't have anybody. Al Horford can't guard Jokic. Robert Williams, bruh, as good as you are.
He finna
average a triple double. He finna average 30 points, 17 rebounds.
He finna both of them at the same time. Both of y'all at the same time. Get on there.
Then the back cuts, the 3-point shooting, the fluid. They struggling with the Heat, bro. Listen, they struggling with the offense of the Hawks. Got 2 games. The offense of the Hawks, the offense of the Heat with no Tyler Hero. This offense over there move like well-oiled machinery, baby. These offenses relying on 1 and 2 people to push them through.
It's not
struggling with.
It's not.
Y'all had to go to Game 7 with Embiid and Harden, and you didn't know who was showing up them games. The fuck 76ers got a game on y'all with Embiid on the bench at y'all house. I'm going with the Nuggets.
You think if Jokic sit out a game, Jamal Murray gonna carry him to a dub versus Celtics? No.
Yeah.
No, you got to look at what Harden
this playoff.
Hold on, you had to look at what Harden had to do to get that dub.
And Jamal Murray in this playoff series this year can do that too.
Yeah, I think Jamal Murray can go get that. I think
he can. He
can
give you 45.
Damn assists. It wasn't just Harden scoring.
But you got to see, even if
he was on the boards,
he's still averaging 5 or 6 assists on the team.
But what I'm saying is, when you talk about 5 or 6 assists, how many assists Harden had that game? He had double-digit assists, right?
Yeah, you're like 20, 11, 12.
You know how many more points that is in the game?
But these are games
Murray
he's having
gonna
37 and 6, while Jokic is having 35 12 and 15.
Right.
The other 15 assists,
But I said
he would have had the
no,
ball
but-
in his head.
No, but that don't mean he gonna get assists though.
He's
because you got the ball,
a
don't
great
mean-
point.
This
he's a
year
great
playoff
point guard
Jamal
still.
Murray is going to do
Great
could do
point
it.
guard.
That has
still. Yes,
nothing
he
to
is.
do with him making plays.
But
This
yes,
year,
Oh, it
Jamal
has
Murray,
nothing to do with him.
and
making-
he has
he ain't
great
had a
guys to
game
pass
yet
to
where he
as
had
well.
double-digit
Hey.
assists. Shut up.
I'm trusting Michael
Shut
Porter
up.
over Tobias.
He ain't had a game yet. He had over fucking
I'm
10
trusting
assists. Stop the
Jamal
nonsense.
Murray. I'm
He ain't out
trusting
there
Jamal
sharing that damn
one
ball.
game. I'm trusting Jamal Murray cast for one game without Yoke over the 76ers for one game.
I'm just saying.
And they won.
You take what Harden did. I don't think Jamal Murray could do that.
Hey, I'm taking the Nuggets.
All right.
Jason Tatum gonna have to show up They're gonna have to show up a whole different Celtics to beat the Nuggets. They're gonna literally.
He's going to
show
have
up
to score 50
Celtics.
points.
He's not
He
gonna have to
got to-
score 50 to
He's
beat
going to
them.
score.
You better watch your
He's
damn
going to have to
mouth.
score 50 points. He's
Bruh.
going to have that game 7.
Why is Jalen
What
Brown
he going to
struggling?
do?
Huh?
Who on the Heat is guarding Jalen Brown?
Shit, I be scratching my head trying to figure that.
This is not just this play. This is not just this. In the last series, he would average like 20 every game. That was cool. Jason Tatum struck. Who on the 76ers was locking down Jason Tatum?
It low key seemed like
Who on the Hawks was supposed to stop these? This is what I'm talking about. These are first team and second team All NBA players.
it
You
low
get
key.
the Hawks, the Sixers, and now the Heat without Tyler Hero. Why is your two players not dominating these series?
Look, it low key seemed like once the Celtics realized that the Warriors weren't going, and the Celtics by like JB, their lust for the finals was gone. Like I wanted that
But
rematch.
you still ain't won nothing.
Yeah.
The Nuggets are sitting there, crew. Everybody gonna be healthy. They chilling.
well rested.
They chilling.
Well
It's gonna
rested.
be
They could be
scary
too rested,
hours.
though. They could be too rested.
And for Yoke to end to
Nah.
lose the MVP regular season, but to win the Western Conference and the Finals MVP, and like, yeah, I wanted something. That's a sit down, LeBron. Sit down, LeBron. Sit down.
You did all
They
that
too
weeping
rested.
and crying.
All that
over this.
wolfing and not wanting to play against me and making sure you didn't play me that last game so you could still look all of that for your MVP. And what I'm sitting with, a championship ring, win the finals every
I got the piece that matter.
Hey.
Okay.
Might as well go ahead and get them boys to ship now.
Y'all.
Hey, for the record,
exceeding my
Luka
tolerance of
is
disrespect.
so far behind everybody else that's overseas right now. The big overseas guys, Giannis, Embiid, and
Jokic.
right now, without an MVP, he ain't got no scoring titles. Luka is
Defensive player of the year.
so far behind them guys. And
He got a
he
rookie of the year, though.
skill-wise is probably skilled a little better, maybe not in Jokic. He ain't better than Jokic. I'm not taking Luka over Jokic.
I don't think you can put him skill wise over any of them. Because he plays a different role than them. So like he plays a different position. So you put him in their position, he not messing with any of them in their position. So the only one of them you can put in his position potentially Jokic. I mean, you can
He'll be
low-key
fine.
put like
Hey.
a Giannis in that position, but
Hey,
Giannis
could probably be fine.
yeah, Giannis could get up there, but not Embiid. Nah. So
then Wemby about to take him on out.
y'all know I've been cooking up something special, you know what I'm saying? Doing my little GM thing, you know. Somebody was like, you did
Deuce's
throw out
GM
there.
corner. We are in Deuce's GM corner.
Look, somebody
Today's
said,
episode.
you did mention the Mavs, and they challenged me with the Mavs, and I'm like, the Mavs ain't got shit. What the hell I'm supposed to do as a GM with what the Mavs got? Look, Mark Cuban, or whoever else you got over there, I feel for you, because y'all ain't got shit to offer. So, it was challenging, however. Challenge don't mean impossible. Let's make it happen. So, considering the Mavs situation, okay, would you keep Kyrie or use him? So would you keep Kyrie and acquire a wing in the draft at your 10th pick and acquire a big through free agency, but do you just ultimately give up on that project?
I mean, you only had 30 game project, 30 games with the project. It was
getting rid of Kyrie.
It was a terrible 30 games.
It was a terrible 30 games with him and Luka.
That's what I'm saying. It was a terrible 30 games with him and Luka, but I also think it was a terrible 30 games with what you were left after the trade with your team. Not necessarily given 82 games with him and Luka and a full roster playing all year, training camp, going into the season together. I feel like they would have competed for that 7, 8, 6, 7, 8 spot with how good those two players are.
So what are you gonna do?
I would keep him because right now you can't really not keep him, and I would keep him, give him the money. I know he came there to get the Supermax. I really don't think he came there to get the max. He can probably get the max. And I think if you have enough, you can build around them because you do have Cleaver to be there most of the year now instead of being injured. You got, you know what you have in Woods. You know what you have. If you do have some money left over from some of them trades or some of those things, you can try to acquire a big or try to acquire certain people. And you got to know, some people want to come to Dallas. It's still a good city. Certain cities are those type of cities. Houston, Miami, LA, New York. You still got certain cities where people want to come for the weather, for the media. So Dallas is one of those cities still. It's still a big city. Dallas, it's Houston, it's Miami. It's one of those. So
you keep
that added leverage.
Nah, he gone. Up out of here.
Trading him.
We know that this is a league where you got to have 2 all-star, superstar, that guy go-to pieces. You got to have at least 2 to make something shake. And Kyrie and Luka didn't make the cut. I'm getting rid of him. I need to get somebody big that can rebound and it can score or defend that can complement Luka. Because that's what I'm invested in. You're going to use him
as a trading asset.
Exactly.
Okay. Next. Would you shoot to acquire Ben Simmons?
I can get him for little to nothing.
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I know what you can get him for, but would you do it though?
Yes.
Hell yes.
So that'll be my wing defender that I need.
Hell yes. That takes pressure off Kyrie being a point guard and wing defender, and Kyrie can just be a shooter or scorer.
But that's with or without Kyrie.
Yeah, I can get Ben Simmons without Kyrie.
Yeah. Either way, yes, because he takes up a couple positions. Yeah. So,
okay.
I think Ben Simmons would like to be in Dallas because the spotlight would definitely be off of him.
So let's
exactly
say
what he needs.
Let's say you trade Kyrie. You got to find a destination. You see what's going on in Memphis. Would you trade him for Ja Morant?
No.
To Luka?
No. It's not working. It's not working. Nah.
Why not?
Nah. Because he don't even shoot well enough. No.
Okay.
He don't even shoot well enough to
it will
even
be exciting for
entertain
Dallas, but no, both of them are like needed ball in the hands. Neither one of them are good coming off a pick. Neither one of them are good.
Right.
Neither one of them are good.
Luka gonna have the ball. John's good going downhill with the ball. He not coming off the pick.
Last question. If you're trying to figure these pieces out, and we all know y'all need something on the wing, are you going to try to pursue Chris Middleton, whether it's via free agency or trade?
Yeah. I'd rather have Jay Crowder. I'd rather have Jay Crowder and Bobby Portis, but Chris Middleton, it's another shooter, but that's not what we need. We need some defense. We need some rebounding and defense.
I mean, but if you get him free agency, that's cool. But if you get him via trade,
I need some bonus.
Yeah, we need a rebounder and a defender.
I need another facilitating big, like a Jokic, Sabonis, Draymond. I need Draymond. I need somebody to go
who can also
pack shit up with God, cause we gon' bless you. Let it burn, you gon' get it back. These just my confession. They in traffic, can't get picked off like no shit and duck. Keep one in the tuck. Wife be mad, but bet she still gon' fuck. Don't speak